Yo, welcome back. J-Dub Cyber, day 42. The answer to life, right? That's one of my favorite books that influenced me as a kid was Douglas Adams' The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. If you've read through that, you'd know the significance of the number 42. It's still super special to me. Remember, always have your towel and don't panic. Today, I want to talk about my coach, Ben Canning, and how important he has been to me. And he probably knows this already, how important he's been to a ton of other people. So a few years ago, if you're in cybersecurity, you tend to follow kind of the influencers in the industry. And so most of us pay attention to a guy named Dave Kennedy, who's super important. He did the social engineering toolkit and a whole bunch of other cool stuff. If you know, you know. And he started talking about his fitness change. And if you haven't checked that out, it is dramatic. Dave looks amazing now. He is a leader in not only cybersecurity and tech and the CEO of multiple companies. He is also extremely jacked, and I'm jealous. You can tell he's got all the right veins. I need to work on that myself. But he started doing a podcast called We Hack Health with a guy from Ireland named Ben Canning. And man, these were really cool. I just started listening. I got hooked right away. I really related to the way they spoke about it, being really inquisitive, talking not only about sets, reps, diet, protein, but supplements, right? Which thanks Dave and Ben, I have developed a supplement habit. Very expensive one if you guys have gotten into this before. And man, was it a change. So I listened for a while. I think like a lot of people in the We Hack Health system. And then one of the podcasts, I can't remember exactly which one it was. He said, "Hey, I'm opening up some slots and we're going to do this new thing, right? He called it hacks at the time. And it's going to be a little different and it's going to be, life changing, right? So I called, we had like a 30-minute interview, which was amazing. And still really debated doing it. But after talking with Ben, just clicked right away. He just clicked with me and was something I thought I needed. And so I decided to invest in myself. And it's like one of those like cliche things we always talk about, like investing in yourself is never a bad idea. Turns out to be true, I think, at least in this case. So hopped on board and I remember just thinking like I just want to get a better training plan and I'm just missing maybe doing the right stuff in the gym. What I did not expect was the change in my mental health. So Ben didn't just focus on the lifting. He can design an amazing plan. He's world class in that, right? But he also wanted to know how I was feeling, how my mood was for the day, what other stress impacted me, what are the things in my life, in addition to the training, that are really important to my overall health. And I never really thought about this before. Nor did I think it was that important. I thought these are completely, totally separate things, right? I go to the gym for this, and it doesn't matter that I live a stressful life, and I may not be running other areas of my life. I may not be, is an overstatement, very well. But he was really concerned, and the people he had around him, like Sean, uh, Tom, Jen, um, just made a huge difference in my life. Right? They made me start to reevaluate who I was, the things I was doing in my life, and the things I needed to do to move forward and be just a little bit better. And I did not join the program for that. Like it ended up being something that to me was a completely unexpected that, man, I need to work on a lot of stuff. And if I'm truly going to succeed in the gym, I'm going to guess a lot of that work, or I now know a lot of that work is actually happening outside the gym and it's happening in my mental health, in the things I do at home and the preparation. And so I'll list a few of the things that, as a life coach, that's what I will call Ben, he has helped me with. And then the group as well. I mean, there's so many people in there Um, Mike, Randy, Levi, all of the Jasons, Jason B, um, and Dan, of course, many others. I know I'm missing a bunch, y'all, but trying to do this on the fly. I hate reading scripts, so I just don't do it. This community helped me evolve, and I've seen those guys evolve too, and girls. And it was just life changing. It's been something. I'm 2 years and 4 months in, I believe, and I don't foresee a point where I would not need to be part of this community. And yeah, it's so important to me that my new tattoo on my shoulder is a We Hack Health tattoo. I'm actually getting the We Hack Health part filled in this Sunday. Yay. So I'll show you all there when it's done. I've been hesitant to show it off a whole lot just because it's not finished. But things we started doing right away, really deep questions about identity, about how I was sleeping, about how my diet was, about my work stress, my life stress, all of the things that make a human whole, right? We have to take all of this stuff into account. And I just did not put this together very well. And over the last couple years, I've really come to understand that they all kind of work synergistically together. What you think are these incredibly small changes affect all of the other areas of your life, right? So, getting the right amount of sleep is not just about, hey, I need to get sleep. It's healthy, right? Doc says I need to do it. It just probably gets a good idea. It meant that when I clocked in for my career in the morning, I was focused. I was ready. I had the energy, drive, everything just clicked. It meant when I went to the gym, most of the time, and it still happens, I'm not, I have the energy. I'm ready to go. I have done the proper recovery. Diet also had the same change. You just think, oh, I'm just going to eat healthy because I want to lose some weight. What I didn't expect is much more mental clarity, much more focus during the times I needed to work, which meant my career started to skyrocket. My relationships with my friends started to get better. My commitment to my family started to be enriched because I was there. I was more present. I was more focused. And that to me has so much to do with Mr. Ben Canning. If you ever get the opportunity to work with him, his caring for the whole human is evident right away. And also, just his style works for me. I don't need all the fluff and the other stuff. I need someone that's going to give it to me straight. It's going to give me great advice, and that advice comes from a caring place. And I just can't say enough about it, right? So, we'd love to have you at We Hack Health, of course. But that community part, as I mentioned in my kind of a birthday video, was just key. I would say before that, I could kind of walk around with like resting bitch face, you guys. I assumed at the gym people didn't talk to me, probably because I just kind of walked around, headphones in, did my own thing, didn't see the value in it. Now I stop and have conversations with people that I hadn't talked to for years in the gym. I've made really good friendships with a group of guys I call the Steam Team. Yo. And every night we sit in the Steam, we talk about everything, even the stuff you're not supposed to, from religion to politics, right? I know. Tempers flare. Um, and all the things in between, just real people I can sit with and talk about and have that community. And it's really important for me and the people like me uh, in tech, cybersecurity, any of the people out there that are working from home. We can get really isolated. We can be at home, doing our career, doing our things, and while the online stuff is very important, and I like that we have a community and I can chat and see the people, and I have good relationships with the clients that I work with, it does not replace a group of people that you see outside of the house, right? And so not only in the mornings, I go to LA Fitness, there's a group of people there. I've gotten to know, we root each other on, we support each other every morning, man. Hey, glad you're here. Glad to see you here. That is really cool. And then, at night, I go to another place, Club Green Meadows. It's like a little like country clubbish place. And the reason I go there is I need to get my steps in. If y'all live in the Northwest, you know how hard that is. It rains a lot. And so they have an indoor track up on the third floor. And I almost, that's the only reason I go there. I go at night, I walk, at least 2 to 4 miles. Then I do my cardio there, usually bike or elliptical, like zone two stuff. And then I go steam for about 40 minutes, and I look forward to that, both the walk and the steam. In fact, even on the walking, I've made a lot of friends as well. And it's almost like I don't recognize myself. The fact that when people stop and ask questions now, I will think to myself, this is important. This is important. This person is asking me a question about fitness or telling me a struggle they have in their life. And I am blessed to be able to be a part of that, that they're going to come and talk to me and that I'm going to tell them my struggles and I'm going to talk with them. And what a special thing. And before I used to get to the gym and I would say, oh man, I got to get my step. I can't talk right now. I don't have time to do this. I got to get this in. Boy, was I wrong. Not only do you have time to get that in, that time you get to spend with other people that are there doing the same thing you have, that want to share those struggles, that want to go through the fire, if you will, with you, and being able to be open. And here's something, at least for men, I can only speak for that, right? We are so hesitant to share our vulnerability with each other. And what is interesting is if you stop for a second, just say, man, I'm really struggling with this. This is kind of what I'm doing. Almost always the other person will say to me, yeah, yeah, me too. I'm also struggling with that. And we don't talk enough about that. And in opening up to that and opening up and just saying, hey, this is something I'm dealing with. Y'all dealing with this? And yeah. And we get to talk about it. We get to think about strategies. Right. So I really started to open up and just say, hey, I'm going to therapy. I started seeing a therapist. And it's being really helpful to me. And I know this has encouraged multiple people to go seek that as well because they see me doing it, right? So, and the reason I went to therapy is I also saw other people doing that. I also realized the importance of we cannot do this on our own. We need people out there. So, I wanted today's to be a little longer because I've been doing the shorter videos just to try to get people involved, and I know it's hard to sit through one of these, but reflecting on this week, just extremely blessed, you guys, to be here. And every part of where I'm at is due to those other people, the community. Today's is about shouting out Ben. Thank you, man. Love you. I appreciate what you do for me. And that really ripples out to my kids, to my wife, to my friends. It has changed a lot of lives here around me as well. Just what you've passed on to me. And I intend to pass that on to other people too. Um, Coming from a place, I hope you guys know, of gratitude. And this is not a me thing. This is not, hey, look what I did. I hope it never comes off like that. Because I was able to do it and now I believe, I really think anyone can do this. I really think, hey, if you set your mind to it today, you're going to be able to do this. I did it. If I could do this, if I could pull myself out of where I was at, and I'm not quite ready to talk about that, but I will at some point, then anyone can do that. And because of dumb luck or graciousness of the universe or whatever you want to call it, I was able to start living a very blessed life full of gratitude and lots of grace. And now I see that's possible for anyone. Anyone out there, y'all can do this, right? You can get out there and get it done. And I just want to make, if I can get one person to believe and one person to try to turn their lives around and get there, I hope that this reaches that person out there. So I'm gonna start doing a little longer format stuff. I don't know what value it brings of any to anybody, y'all, but it's something I need to do to ensure that I can give back as much as the people that have given to me and helped me reclaim my life. Um, that you can go out there and reclaim that too. So, all right, that's the end. It's always the answer when you don't know on a quiz is 42. If you know, you know, right? Um, so thanks, Ben. Thanks for all you've done for me, man. So I appreciate it. And I'll see you all on Monday's call. Peace.